My son Noah is 6. He's quiet, creative, sweet. Never any behavioral problems. But last month, his teacher called me in. She said he'd been drawing disturbing things in class. When I asked what kind, she hesitated, then said, "Dead people." That night, I asked Noah about it. He looked at me and whispered, "They told me to." When I asked who they were, he simply said, "The people in the floor." At first, I laughed. Just a child's imagination, right? Until the next morning, when I found one of his drawings under the couch. It showed a child, skinned, eyes missing, lying on our kitchen floor. The detail was sickening, anatomically correct, too precise, like he had studied it. I found dozens more, stuffed into his toy chest. Some of them showed me, asleep, with shadowy figures standing over me, sometimes holding knives. In one, I was split open on the bed. I confronted Noah. He cried, said they get angry if he doesn't draw them. When I asked where he sees them, he pointed to the air vent in his floor. That night, I didn't sleep. At 2 a.m., I heard Noah whispering. I found him sitting cross-legged, staring into the vent. "I did it," he whispered. "I drew what you wanted. Please let Mommy live." I pulled him away. He screamed, a real scream, raw terror. "Don't make them mad," he shrieked. The next morning, I sealed the vent with metal. That night, we slept in my room. At 3:12 a.m., we woke up to scraping in the walls, then a thump, then a wet gurgle. Noah was already awake. He looked at me and whispered, "They're in the walls now. They're looking for you." The next day, I tore open the vent. Inside was a handprint, rotten, human, child-sized, pressed into the metal. We left the house that night, never went back. But last week, I got a letter, no return address, just a drawing inside. Noah, standing alone in our old kitchen, surrounded by shadows, and every one of them was smiling. My daughter Ava died 2 years ago, 7 years old. A drunk driver hit her while she chased her soccer ball into the street. I remember the blood, the wrong angle of her leg, the silence, the red shoe in the gutter. My wife, Claire, stopped speaking for weeks. We tried everything: therapy, pills, even prayer. Nothing helped. Until she found the forum, a hidden message board buried deep online. People whispered about second chances, about returns, not resurrection, something else. Claire didn't ask me. One night she was just gone. So was Ava's baby tooth, and the old rabbit she loved to death. 3 nights later, I heard footsteps upstairs. "Daddy?" Claire ran up the stairs crying. Ava stood at the top. Same face, same pajamas, but something was wrong. Her eyes blink out of sync. Her hands were too long, fingers thin and twitching, and her smile far too wide. I asked Claire what she did. She just held Ava sobbing. Over the next few days, Ava learned how to move normally. But I'd catch her, staring, standing in the hallway, watching us, never blinking. One night, I woke up, and she was right beside the bed, staring down at me. Claire finally told me the truth. "It's not Ava," she whispered. It wears her shape, but it's not her. There was only one rule. Don't let it near a mirror. I tested it. Set a mirror on the coffee table. She didn't scream. She didn't blink. She stared. Her jaw opened. Slowly. So wide, her joints cracked. Then she whispered, "This skin doesn't fit." That night, I heard the front door close. Her room was empty. The rabbit doll left on the pillow, its neck snapped. Claire was in the kitchen, staring at a drawing on the floor. It was me, on our bed. Chest split open, organs rearranged like puzzle pieces. The word replacement written over and over in the margins. We thought she left. We hoped. But last night, I heard her voice again. From the attic. "Daddy, come see what I made." And Claire, she's already halfway up the stairs. We moved into the house last year. It seemed perfect. Quiet neighborhood, great price. The only strange thing? The crawl space. Dark, narrow, damp. The inspector said it was just for pipes, but from the first night, our dog refused to go near it. She'd growl, low, focused, like something was behind the wall. Then came the noises. Not creaks, but dragging sounds. Fingernails tapping under the floor. Every night, around 3 a.m., I went in once, flashlight in hand. It was cold, wet, smelled like blood. I found scratch marks, deep gouges in the beams, too long for rats, too deliberate for tools. That night, my wife woke me up. Said she heard breathing from the floor vent. When I listened, I heard it too. Wet, shaky, like someone drowning, trying to be quiet. I dropped my phone inside the vent, recording. What I saw on playback made me sick. A face, eyes wide, cheeks torn open like something chewed its way out, smiling. We called the police. They shined flashlights, but didn't go in. Said it wasn't safe. 2 nights later, we found a note on the kitchen counter, not in our handwriting. It said, "Thanks for the phone." We started sleeping at a motel. I checked the security camera footage remotely. At 2:46 a.m., the crawlspace door opened. On its own, something crawled out. Not walking, dragging itself, limbs bending wrong, like a puppet pulled by tangled strings. It wore my shirt. It crawled to the hallway, then stood up and looked into the camera. I called the cops. By the time they got there, the house was empty, except for another note pinned to the basement door. "I like wearing you." We moved. Changed everything, but last night, my dog growled at the vent. I pressed my ear to it, breathing. Then a voice, low, wet, whispering,
"This one fits even better."